Bellator featherweight and lightweight champion Patricio Pitbull. What's going on, Patricio? How's life? How's the family and everything going on in Brazil?
Yeah, everything's perfect here. Everyone is healthy. No one in my family uh, uh, is affected by the COVID situation. I'm training well, so all good.
With the training, how has that been going the last few months? Have you been able to train like you've been normally, or have there been a lot of restrictions?
Uh, there was a government decree that didn't allow us to be at the gym for a month, a little bit more. So during that time, I was training in my garage, but it didn't really affect my training. And this all serves for me to realize that I pretty much already live in isolation. That's my life didn't change much from what it was. It was pretty much just training and staying at home. And I don't notice too many difference right now.
All right, well, Bellator, they started shows back up again in Connecticut. Are you staying ready yourself? Are you keeping the weight low?
Yeah, it's been kind of hard to prepare because the fight was supposed to be March. Then we thought it would be in July. Then again, they told us it could possibly be in August and September, then October, and now possibly November. So I don't know if they will think about December because there is nothing really set in stone. So we're trying to manage this the best we can. There was a time I was really didn't have any pauses, like I was really in a full camp. But now we're trying to administer it better, so I don't have any injuries. My weight, not even, it isn't low, but it isn't high either. I'm keeping it in check because I don't have anything certain as when the fight is going to be. Uh, I have the chance if I want to eat something outside of my diet, I do it because otherwise I'm gonna go crazy. So we're trying to administer this the best we can, and hopefully Bellator can give us a date. I already can get into the US, so it's just a matter of them having the fight booked.
Yeah, it's pretty difficult for Bellator to bring all the guys in from different countries. So maybe possibly could you fight at lightweight next, and maybe they might extend the date for the featherweight Grand Prix?
Yeah, to me it doesn't matter. Lightweight, the featherweight Grand Prix. I already have the authorization to enter the US from the Border Patrol. I have my visa. So whenever Bellator wants me to go fight, they just have to tell me and I'll board the plane.
If you do fight at lightweight, you'll most likely be defending your title. Who's the number one contender besides your brother?
My brother is the one with the longest winning streak inside Bellator right now. The next one was Ben Anderson, but he just lost to Chandler, and we don't know Chandler's status in the organization. So I think the next guy is probably Brent Primus. So I don't know what Bellator is thinking right now about the lightweight title, but I'm here and I'm ready.
The big news, for the past, let's say, few weeks was Dana White. After the UFC event in Las Vegas, he said he doesn't really know anything about you. Do you think he really doesn't know anything about you, or is he just being a promoter?
Yeah, if he didn't know who I am, he's an idiot, but I'm sure he does. His champion knows who I am, the fans know who I am, so that's what matters most. And from most of the comments that I've seen, people were picking me to beat his featherweight champ. So it's something that would be nice to happen. Bellator is coming up and it's coming strong. We're here to stay. There's no thing as the best fighter being in a solo promotion. There are great fighters everywhere. I don't think Dana White has the balls to put a cross-promotional fight, be it against his featherweight champion or lightweight champion, because if they lose, all the propaganda that he does, that the best fighters are under his roof, would fall apart. So I don't think he has the balls to really bet with me on this. and I'm sure that I could beat his champions. My numbers are better than his featherweight champion numbers, and skill-wise, I think I can beat both of his champions. So if the door is open, I'm gonna cross it, but let's see what happens in the future.
For yourself, there's very interesting matchups. You know, you do have Volkanovski and then you have Khabib. So I want to first get into Volkanovski. After you posted the tweet on Twitter about the $1 million, you know, you'll put that up for, you know, against Dana White and his champions. And then Volkanovski retweeted that and said, easy money, he's down to fight you. Break down that fight against Volkanovski. Why do you believe that you can knock him out? He's never been knocked out.
Yeah, my hands are faster. I punch harder. He has a sort of a boring game, like putting guys in the cage and trapping them there, like wall and stall. We haven't seen much of his ground game. Striking-wise, I'm much better than him. And overall, my overall game is much better than his. I don't think he would even touch me. If we fight, I believe I would finish him fast. And I don't think he's the real champion right now because I believe Max Holloway beat him. So I would have no problem beating Volkanovski and then fighting Max Holloway for the real title.
All right. Now with the other fight, you know what I mean? The other fight is at lightweight, and I feel like this is the most interesting matchup for yourself. And I believe a lot of fans believe that this would be a fight that would be massive against Khabib. Now, do you feel like this fight is like a dream fight for you, like something that you could prove yourself beyond, you know, even Volkanovski or any other fighter in the UFC?
Yeah, Khabib is the monster to beat right now. He's undefeated, and he has a very effective game. His game is not complete. He's kind of one-dimensional, but he's great. Actually, more than great at what he's capable to do. He has something very particular in his game that he goes for a takedown, and if he doesn't get it, he continues like chain wrestling. He switches and go several variations until he finally gets it. But I see several flaws in his game, his transition from striking to grappling. His overall game as an MMA fighter is still lacking, and I see some openings that I could take advantage of. Some things that I thought Conor McGregor would do against him, but Conor fought him with an entirely incorrect game plan. Instead of using his movement, his speed, he tried to face him with wrestling. He tried to out-grapple him to defend the takedowns and all that, and ended up giving the openings that Khabib needed. With me, it would be different. I would use my footwork, my karate, keeping and managing distance, getting in and getting out without being caught. And I believe I would be effective. Of course, Khabib would be the favorite. He's being a lightweight for his entire career and a featherweight. The size difference is huge because he's already pretty big for the weight class, and I'm small for my weight class. But I believe in my skills. I believe in my game plan and the analysis I made of him. I'm confident that if we fought, I would fight him differently than any other of his opponents have done so far, and I believe I would be successful. You see, there's if you put on YouTube the name of Khabib and his manager Ali, there's a video of them training, and his manager isn't a fighter. He seems to be a guy that has some experience. He trains with them and all that, but he's not a fighter, not a high level fighter. He's fought before, but not on this level. And if you see the video, there's something that Khabib always does in his fights. When he's about to be attacked, he lowers his head, he turns away, like he doesn't want to get punched, like he has a problem getting punched. And this video that I saw of him and his manager does a feint and he drops his head looking at the floor. So if it was me there, I would have knocked him out only on that feint. From that feint on, he's already out. So that's why I believe I can beat him, I can time that, I can create the opportunity to catch him, and I believe I will.
A lot of people on the Khabib bandwagon? What is your message to them? Because they're gonna hate you for saying things like this.
Everyone loses one day. You only don't lose if you stop fighting, but if you're fighting long enough, you'll catch a loss on the road. It's natural. It happens to everybody. So he's not going to be undefeated forever unless he retires right now. Uh, Habib is a great fighter and great at what he does, but he's very, very, very bad on striking and on the transition from striking to grappling. And those openings, they work like tailor-made for me. They're not just about skill-wise, strategy, and tactical-wise. I'm a very thoughtful fighter. I'm the one developing my strategy. Of course, I talk with my coaches, but we plan something together. But most of the things come from my mind. I'm the one who's been advising my brother's game plan and studying his opponent for years now. And I know exactly what I need to do and how we will do it. I think I would be more than capable of catching him.
With Khabib, he's gonna defend his title against Justin Gaethje, UFC 254. Do you feel Gaethje has the skills to knock out Khabib?
Gaethje has everything to win this fight. He needs to be effective, make Khabib paying for every takedown he tries. Also use his wrestling offensively, and he needs to have lungs so he's able to keep that rhythm for the entire fight. I'm not saying he couldn't catch him early, but he needs to be ready to go all the 25 minutes. He's got the skills and the power. And if several years ago Khabib fought Gleison Tibau, many people say Khabib lost that fight. I don't remember it so well as to say who I fought won. I would have to watch it again. But I remember it being pretty close, and Khabib had several problems with Tibau in wrestling. And Tibau was a guy that only had his wrestling and grappling. He didn't have any striking on the level of Gaethje. And Gaethje not only has much higher striking abilities, his wrestling is much better than Tibau's. So I believe he has the skills and the physical ability to put Khabib away. It will depend on his gas tank and if he's able to put that pressure against Khabib as well.
Pitbull, you haven't fought in almost a year now, and man, you must be, I guess, you must be feeling that anxiety, like you must be feeling that eagerness to get back in there. Do you feel that, or are you enjoying the time that you get to have with your family and just train and just be free?
Yeah, before I had this thing of kind of putting my family aside and pretty much focusing on my training, on my practice. But now I think I know how to handle this much better. I put them on the same level. I can enjoy my family. I can enjoy my practice. And although it's been a long time, I'm feeling pretty well about it. I don't think I'm going to be rusty when I'm returning. I'm going to show it to you guys. All that heat from fighting I have on my sparrings weekly. And I don't think it's going to have affected me at all. And I believe I have everything pretty well balanced, much more than I used to have.
So what is the ideal time frame for you? How much notice do you need to return? Do you need like a month? Do you need 2 months advance notice? What is the plan? What is the timeline for you?
They just need to send me the plane ticket. I already have the visa, I already have the authorization, and I never stopped training. If there was one day that I didn't go, was because of an injury, I needed to recover, or some family issue, but pretty much 99% of the time I'm at the gym. I'm ready. I'm always ready. And if they want me to fight next week, they only have to ask me to board the plane. Whenever they want it, the sooner the better.
All right, Pitbull. Man, I appreciate the time. You know, you're an incredible champion. You hold 2 belts. You're the only one now. You're the only one in Bellator right now. So I'm waiting for you to get back in. I'm excited for you to return. And lightweight, featherweight, doesn't matter. You know, you do damage. So it's fun to watch, entertaining. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Hey guys, Sasha Platnikoff here, letting you know to tune in to SCMP Post-Fight for all your weekly martial arts news.